Hello again, friends and fans. Raptor here, and welcome to Frostpunk, one of the most brutal and challenging building games I have ever seen. It's been recently updated before the release coming on April 24th, 2018 on PC. So if you want to grab this one, make sure you add it to your Steam wish list to look for more information there. This, again, as I mentioned, is a city builder, but also similar to perhaps the game This War of Mine, where you have to make moral choices in order to benefit the party who you're trying to save from dying. This, of course, your biggest enemy out there is not necessarily other warring tribes, but the weather itself, hence the name Frostpunk. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start a new home here. I recently played it, but there is there's an update where there will be more scenarios coming on the release on the 24th, and also this is much different than the previous demo scenario that I played. So we'll get started with a new home. This is Anne Desmond, 37, London, refugee, medical helper, and mother to Claire. I don't know if that's who we're playing then today. I guess we're playing as Anne Desmond. All right, well, we'll see here as we get started. Again, this is a fantastic game, very, very challenging, and there's going to be no question that everyone you watch play this game will be making mistakes. There are no right answers here, as not every choice is going to leave everyone satisfied. So who's right or wrong is it doesn't matter so long as you're still alive. And there will be many choices, including how to bury the dead, what buildings to build, and so much more. It's going to be a real interesting time, I think, this one. Here we go. A new home. We fled from London and crossed the sea to reach the frozen north. On our way, our convoy was hit by a blizzard and scattered. A handful of us managed to reach the site of the generator, only to find it frozen solid and abandoned. Why is no one here? Did anyone survive the blizzard? Are there any others out there? Whatever we do, we should expect the worst now, as the world we know has crumbled. But we have to survive, and indeed we will. Welcome home, everyone. This is where the game will be taking place. Woo. You can already feel the cold. In fact, look at that. If you look to the left side of the screen, it's already starting to freeze. You see frost and such on the screen, and that's our main enemy, is the cold. With the generator, we will be able to provide heat and power to other buildings. Without it, we'll freeze to death. Stockpile some coal and start the generator. All right, well, we have our orders then. Let's get started. Immediately start stockpiling some coal, so we can click on the coal pile here and start getting up to 15 workers to work on each pile. So we'll do that. And I believe the layout possibly is randomly generated each time. I don't think I've seen it the same when I did it previously in the demo, but perhaps for this scenario it's lit up the same or laid out the same. All right, we see all of our survivors working their way towards the coal pile, and we have 80 people who are homeless, so we better get that fixed right away. Let's go ahead and start building some homes for the people. Each, I don't know actually how many people are housed with each tent. All right, let's start with 3 because we're out of wood at this point. So let's get started by first perhaps sending the rest of the people over to gather wood. We have a total of 80 people, I believe, in our city, 15 being children who are not allowed yet to put to work. But if we'd like to, we can definitely employ the children. Oh yes, there's many brutal decisions like that you can make in this game. And again, this one is going to be quite the challenge. You have to balance both hope and discontent. You have to worry about people's health, their food. In fact, we need to worry about converting food to raw rations, from raw rations to food rations. We also need to gather steel, wood, and coal as well. So if you like this game already, make sure you blow up that like button and let me know you'd like to see more of it. It's an absolute challenge and a pleasure to play this one ahead of the game. So make sure you add this one to your wish list. I highly recommend it already. It looks like each set of tents adds homes for 10, so we'll need to add more and more tents to our around our generator to get it started. It looks like we can get it started now, so with the click of a button, here's the end of humanity and its heartbeat. Actually, if you look at the generator, you can almost see it pumping like the last beating heart of mankind here. And it looks like a lot of people from, London, the United Kingdom, maybe all over the world are down here. I don't know if we've seen anyone else, but the United Kingdom here during this time, and I think it's like 1880, somewhere around, perhaps between 1860 and 1880, where, I don't know, snow has engulfed the world. It is global climate change, and it's swallowed up the world. So we'll see exactly, through research and exploration, what exactly happened. We'll unfold the story here today. So, yeah, again, if you want to see more, make sure you subscribe, too. I'll be putting all these into a playlist, as there's no way we can play this all in one episode. This is a very big game. Let's get some more tents down to fix up our people with some more homes there. We got 5 extra people to build, so that's good. That'll be our workforce for now. So we got people gathering wood to build more tents. We've got more people gathering coal for the generator. So let's grab some more tents as well. We'll have to do some research as soon as we can, but for now, let's get everyone under the warmth of a tent, I suppose. Even a flapping tarp is preferred to the blistering cold. And it looks like we just finished our first objective. As you can see up top, the weather is negative 20 Celsius, which ain't that warm. The generator hums with the reassuring warmth, but we shouldn't take it for granted. If the generator goes down, the city will die. Be mindful of coal reserves. Now, food. There'll be no city if we starve to death. Secure a way to provide raw food and build a cookhouse to prepare meals. Alright, that's our next goal then, is we need to, well, we better finish up housing the rest of our people. We still need 50, so that will house 30, 40, and 50 if we build one more tent. I think we need to have 10 wood for that, so we just need some more people to come back. We need to start building roads. There's so much to do in this city, and we're gathering wood as fast as we can. I suppose, I wonder, I don't think if the closer they are, I don't think they gather it faster. I'm not sure if it works that way. I think it's just by however many people you have, that's how much they gather per hour. I think it might be just an animation, but regardless, we're going to grab all that wood in time. Alright, let's start with the heating, or rather the hunter's tents. There we go, we can build that now. And that can send out hunters to grab raw food. But actually, we have raw food already. Let's start with our cookhouse, which needs to be in the warmth. And we can start cooking our meals there. So obviously converting, I don't know, perhaps frozen beef or chicken or corn or whatever we might have stored into actual meals for our workers. Look at that, wow. There's going to be a lot more smoke over this crater as well. You can see that it seems to be like an abandoned mine or something like that with all these coal deposits and iron deposits. I don't even know where we are in the world. It is Earth, though, and like I mentioned, it is 1800s. Okay, that should give us enough housing for everyone with us adding one more tent. There we go. Okay, so as soon as those are all done, that is everyone housed. But we got everyone else gathering so many materials. Not all jobs can be done in the meantime. Oh, that's the end of the workday. Alright, everyone's going to head back in to go to sleep. They're going to sleep around the generator, which probably isn't that great of an idea, but for us, being only here for about 18 hours as we got started, not too bad. Look at all the tents that went up. People are motivated to survive, and our hope is rather high. Discontent is a little low because of lack of shelters, but we're addressing that now. And plenty of coal to last us a few hours. Very good. 300 coal. Very nice. Alright, we have to, as they mentioned, build a cookhouse, which we're building first because we already have raw food, and that's the only way to feed people is with the food rations. They won't eat raw food. I don't believe so, or at least they'll be more discontent if they have to do that. All right, let's go ahead and wow, look at the art style of this. Just absolutely beautiful. It looks cold. Like even if you're living in Hawaii, you might want to wear a hoodie or a sweater playing this. Look at that. It's just incredible. You can see the kind of the sun going down, and the time changing there. And over there looks to be perhaps an elevator and some sort of a destroyed maybe rail bridge or something. Perhaps they were trying to build a bridge over the crater and lower stuff down from a train. I'm not sure. But before we were able to complete our building project here, that's when the weather hit. So let's see if we can get everything done here. All right, 0 out of 5. We can put some workers on this now. Looks like all we have left is some engineers, so I guess we'll put them on that as well. Things will get a little easier if we find survivors or other people to come join us. Oh. Okay, there's just kind of people lounging around out there. 10 homeless people. Oh, good. They're actually getting their tents built now. Fantastic. The homeless people are building their shelters. Listen to that music, dude. That is just epic. And it is one of the best city builders I've ever played, as you're always on the constant verge of death and destruction. I mean, if you've ever wanted to build a city in City Skylines and wanted to destroy it, why not play this game as, you know, you're always on the verge of destruction. Alright, everyone's gotten homes now, so there should be no... Look at that, no discontent our first day. That's off to a great start. Alright, we also need to build some... we need to build ourselves some hunting tents, but one thing we can build as well is some resource gathering posts, which will help us to build, or rather gather resources much more effectively. And looks like we have 3 different types of resources here. We have wood, steel, and I believe some more wood. So that'd be a great idea to build some over there. So let's see if we can build a road going off that direction. I think we should be able to do that. Alright, perfect. So we should be able to build it out here. We won't have enough wood to build all of it, but there goes our first street. You can see the light posts and everything, and the markers for the workers to build it. Essentially, they got to dig out the snow and then start putting down all the planks and such to get it done. Alright, well, again, we'll worry about the hunting tent a little bit later. Let's speed up time. Wow, they actually work at night even though they're off shift. Perfect. They cleared all the snow. And we've got somebody who's feeling a little ill because they were out in the cold. Alright, should be the start of the next work day. And we'll have to work on getting wood next. Cold is going down, but we'll be alright. Let's speed up time here so we can see a little bit more. We just need some resources to be gathered before... Oh, perfect! They've got a nice path to walk down in order to get to work. That'll make things a little bit better. Okay, discontent probably rising due to... oh, somebody was ignored. Possibly the sick person, I don't know. Sometimes things pop up as well. Notices and such. Alright, let's continue to build. Let's get that hunting tent, or rather the hunter's post up. They don't need to be built anywhere near the major city. They don't need warmth, so we can build it out here. So that'll be good. We can start hunting. Check that out. Food rations have gone up severely. Fantastic. And looks like everyone's working on gathering wood or possibly steel. We might need to put some people on steel because we'll need that for those resource gathering huts, which will keep people a little bit more warm when they're at work. And we have multiple resources here and here. I think that's going to be the best to build over there. There's some steel off in the distance as well, and 2 piles of coal here. That's where people are going to get sick, but unfortunately we can only do one thing at a time. We might have more engineers to work with, but I don't think so at the moment. Cookhouse. Oh, it's out of food rations now, so let's go ahead and get rid of everybody there. And I don't know if we have enough space to put down a medical tent, do we? Oh, we can't even squeeze it in, darn. That's unfortunate. All the tents are in the way. We'll have to build a steam hub, which will give us the ability to build a little further away from our main generator. So we'll work on that in just a moment. In the meantime, let's get some people working on gathering steel then. More steel. I know, it's cold work, but it's only going to get colder. As you see up here, the temperature is about to fall 2 levels, which I believe means 10 more degrees Celsius per level. So it could drop down to negative 40 degrees Celsius, which is going to get real chilly real quick. Alright, plenty of wood coming in, plenty of steel coming in as well. And people from our convoy. With basic resources secured for now, we can try to rescue the people we've left behind. Build a beacon scout Frostland and save as many survivors from our expedition as possible. You'll need a workshop to design plans for more advanced buildings. Okay, well, let's slow down time. That's now our new objective. We'll need to build a workshop and research a giant weather balloon where we can observe the whole world from here. Alright, looks like the shift has ended for today, so let's get on some construction. There's what we wanted right there. First of all is the gathering post. Even more important than the... Oh, it's just out of the way of a little bit. Oh, wait, can we build it over here? Perfect. Excellent. We can build it right there and gather from 3 different resources. Perfect. The steel... Well, not different resources, but steel here, wood and wood, so 3 different piles. Alright, very good. And we'll do the same over here as soon as we can, which I think we can do now. That'll keep our workers a little healthier, and will delay them from getting sick. Though it's not a perfect plan, it'll at least slow things down a little bit. Let's build our road first. Under construction, there's the street tab, I guess is what they call it. And we'll build it on the south side down there. See if we can do that now. And indeed we can. Oops, there we are. Okay, so now both can be up and working here shortly. We'll need to get some people working at the hunter's post as soon as we can. But more importantly than that still is wood and coal. We still want a huge amount of coal stored up for the later times. Coming up very soon. Alright, now let's see if we can get on the workshop. Let's go to tech. It looks like we can build the workshop, which has advanced insulation. So we don't need to necessarily build it too close to the, we don't need to build it directly next to the generator, but building a little closer is better. So let's do that. The closer, I believe it is to the generator, the more effectively they can do research. So even if you built it all the way out to the corner, research can still suffer with people being cold all the time and kind of dulls their focus a little bit. Alright, we've got steel coming in. We're working on building these buildings. Excellent. Let's get people off of these piles. And working on the, there we go, let's get people off this. And let's get them working here. There we go. Alright, we're grabbing whoever we can for now. We gotta be quick about things. Do we have 10 people working on this? Oh, let's grab, yep, there we go. Alright, let's do this. Let's take the engineers off. Oh, I guess we only had engineers there. Okay. We'll throw some engineers in the workstation here very soon at the workshop, which is almost done. Less than an hour on the construction of that. And there goes our wonderful generator. She's still pumping. Still keeping us nice and warm. Alright, very good. Now we can start some research. And we're going to start with the exploration and industry beacon, is what we want to start with first. The next thing we want to go for is probably going to be, if I can show that off in the research tab, I don't think we can, but I want to go for the heat hub next, so we can heat entire areas of our city. And that way, for example, we can put down a steam hub here, clear the resources, and then build houses around it. A little more expensive in terms of coal consumption, but gets us a lot more population healthier faster. Still have one sick person, and I don't think we have any resources to help them, so let's speed up to the next day until we can grab some wood. Anyone else? Looks like we got extra people working here. So let's pull them off here. We'll need engineers as extras for the clinics now. Let's try to build a clinic. Okay, it's going to take 25 wood. We'll still need to keep it within warm areas. Oh, there we go. We got some question here. Critical shortage. The number of sick is rising and we don't have enough materials to build a medical post. Perhaps a short burst of effort could help us gather the necessary materials. Not now, because it's almost morning anyway. In fact, they're starting their shifts right about now anyway. Right there. I think they just started at 7. Yep, people are already working out of the city. Yeah, they're already going to work, so that wouldn't have been necessary. Okay, so coal is going to be harvested here soon. We only have 2 people who are sick. We'll get them attended to shortly. We don't really have an ability to keep them warm anyway, so I think it's only going to get worse. But we're working on that. Research is almost started on the balloon, day 1 of our research.
Get back to work.
Perfect. Everyone's already working. Fantastic. Alright, Hunter's Hut is almost full. Let's see if we can get some workers. How many extra engineers do we have? Alright, let's pull off. Send some more workers out to hunt. Food is going to be critical now, as they mentioned. Oops. We're removing 5 workers from the coal mine and putting 5 more on the hunt. This isn't technically a coal mine yet. This is more of just a pile of coal that has already been, I guess, mined out, that they're now working on gathering and bringing back to the generator. Very important for us to do that. We could also probably take some workers off here, which we did, actually. We just need there to be raw food in order to work it. Alright, starting to get some materials now. We're getting lots of wood coming in, lots of steel coming in, and especially a lot of coal. And having those resource houses helps them to gather faster. Alright, family torn apart. Sir, a woman came forward after we built the workshop. She said her husband and daughter didn't reach the city with the main group, but she's sure they're still out there. She wants to join the first scout team that we send out. She urges you to hurry. Alright, ma'am, we'll do exactly what we can. We're almost over halfway done with that balloon, so you can lead the first scout party. Damn, that's a determined woman. You gotta give a Circle 7 to her. A Circle 7 salute down below in that comment section for the tenacity and just absolute grit of these people who are trying to stay alive during just beyond the harshest conditions. The world coming to an end, brittle cold, and just really just knowing that you're the last of the last. This is truly a city of the apocalypse right now. And we need some more workers, man. Lots of workers. Should be able to buy or build a medical post now. Unfortunately, it's not going to be as warm, but we can build it where we're probably going to build a steam hub soon, which might be over here, because once these resources are clear, we can then start putting homes here. And I'm probably more than likely going to build it over here since we already have our workshop there, but we'll work on that. Again, no right decision, no wrong decision. So long as you're still alive, you're doing it correctly. Alright, let's see. 103 food, 29 steel. Wonderful, we got our medical post going up. That'll make people happy. More gathering posts. Resource post is something that extends the capacity of your ability to store certain items. For example, we're almost maxed out on coal. I think it looks like it might be about 800 coal. We got enough coal for 4 days, so and we definitely want to make sure we keep ahead of that, because if the generator shuts down, that's everything. The beacon's now researched. We can now build that. Excellent. Let's put that down. And let's start looking for our survivors. 35 steel is what we need. We're almost there on that one. There we go. All right, let's put her down. I think we can put it out anywhere in the cold. So let's put it over here by the tents, I think. We'll be fine. Or maybe, yeah. That'll be perfect. Alright, workers are getting to work on that right away. And the medical tent is almost fully staffed. Let's pull back some workers on that. See if we can get more people to build that beacon immediately so we can find out who is still living in our town, or at least around it. Okay, what do we got here? 10. I think it's the end of the workday now, almost. Oh, is that coal pile depleted? Oh, that's it. There's no more coal there. Uh-oh. Oh, we now have 15 workers available. Looks like there's some more coal over here. And it looks like there's more steel, coal here. There are actual deposits that will need a coal mine in order to dig out. So there's coal deposits here, and there's iron ore over here. So we'll need to research the ability to dig those out. More standard coal that we can just gather by hand there. Okay, let's go ahead and get some workers on this. Looks like we need to get some engineers. Let's get some engineers off that line. Replace that with regular workers. Perfect. Okay, we might be able to treat some of the sick now. Not too bad on discontent at all. If we can get those people, some treatment, we'll be okay. Okay, well, let's see. If we're going to be looking for more people, by the way, we should probably build some more hunters' tents in order to feed them when they come in. It's going to be critical for us to be able to feed them. Alright, the beacon's almost ready. Alright, there it goes. Fantastic. Beacon built. We're no longer lost and blind. From now on, our people will be able to survey the icy barrens that surround us. The Frostland. Alright, launch that beacon, baby. And there she goes. Wonderful. So inside there is a observation team that will be able to look around the Frostlands. Perhaps we'll be able to take weather readings and find out future weather reports on what it's going to be tomorrow. Probably going to be super icy with a chance of snow all the time. Oh, wow, look at that. All right, we got ourselves a whole land to explore. Look at that. Rescue survivors from our lost expedition. So we now need to send some scouts down there, so let's hire some scouts. Looks like we're going to need 40 wood and some workers in order to go out there on the expedition. And from here we saw that there's a lost expedition here, so that could possibly be where our people are. And there's an observatory here from the Royal Society that built it to investigate the eternal winter. There's smoke apparently looming over it, so we'll see what's going on over there next. But let's get to work on getting some scouts out there, shall we? And let's pick a new research project. And as I had mentioned before, probably the most important thing, the steam hub, which means that we're going to have more coal that will need to be mined up. I guess the coal thumper is a good thing. I believe this pumps water down into the pressurized water down into the ground and pulls back up coal to the surface somehow. So let's go to heating though. The steam hub is going to be extremely important in keeping people warm. It's only going to get colder, as you see here. In about a day, less than a day, it's going to be super cold. Alright, let's see if we can gather the wood. Looks like, oh, they're on free time, so we're going to have to wait till tomorrow. So let's speed up time a little. Oh, something going on down here. We needed to win, and that indeed we got. Ready to search. People cheer as the giant observation balloon soars above the city. This is a real feat. Everyone feels proud of the work they've done to make it happen. Volunteers have lined up, eager to go looking for our lost people in the Frostland. The woman who came forward earlier is among them. Oh, you're leading that team, lady. She's got grit. We're sending her out. Alright, fantastic. Let's speed up time. Let's see if we can send our first crew out on an exploration. We just need to wait for some gathering parties. We can expedite gathering too by just sending out more engineers and stuff. So that should be okay. And no raw food. Food's getting a little low. We do have 2 hunters' tents now. And we have extra people working on the wood, but I think the wood's going to be just a little bit more important now. Just so we can send that exploration team out. Doing fine, all things considered. Yep, more people getting sick as it's getting colder. Oh, dropping down to 40 now instead. Okay. Oh boy. Alright, let's speed up time. Alright, let's get all that wood that we need. That's going to be our primary focus. Excellent. Alright, let's hold things here. Now we need to have some people ready to go. So let's go ahead and send them out. To our... There we go. Let's go from the city to the lost expedition. Though I'm having trouble clicking on that one. There we go. Alright, crew is waiting. Go ahead and head out to the lost expedition. Alright, everyone. We'll find out the fate of these survivors very soon, as our crew is now heading out there. The scouts rolling out. And it's getting closer now. Inoperative at the, it's too cold at the medical tent. Darn. But what we can do is we can build that heating thing as soon as it's ready. As you can see, the workshop's working at 100% efficiency. But the medical post is too cold. It's just way too cold, even though they have insulation. So we'll work on remedying that first as soon as we can. We're just researching the steam hub, and it's almost ready. I'm really excited to build that. We'll probably need some more steel to build that thing. Alright, 0 out of 15. We need more workers on food. Alright, there we go. Let's get some engineers down here at the... anybody else? Any extra hands? We got to get working on gathering supplies. We're doing really well so far. Discontent is incredibly low. Hope is doing real nice. I'm really happy with that. We just need to address the sick, and we'll work on that. As soon as that steam hub is built, it'll be warmer, and we'll be able to better address the needs of our sick. And the research has been completed. Fantastic. There she is. Steam hub built. Alright, let's build ourselves a hot zone. Under tech, steam hub. And let's build... We can build it right on the road, which is really cool. So we should be able to build more houses around here, too. So when those survivors come in, boom, additional housing. And we can put them to work on gathering the rest of the resources. That is fantastic. Alright, let's see this thing get built. Come on, baby. Let's do our thing. Alright, there they go. Fantastic. What will be the fate of our survey crew who's going out to try to find the lost expedition? What lies at the observatory? And what will be our fate here in our city? If you want to find out, make sure you click that subscribe button and watch the playlist of this full game as it comes out on April 24, 2018. If you haven't already, make sure you like the video too to let me know you'd like to see more. And 11-Bit Studios, if you're watching, thank you very much for your kind early access and a fantastic looking game. And it plays really well. So I'll see you all next time. Thank you very much for joining. We'll see what the fate lies in store for those people of the Lost Expedition very soon. Are they alive? Are they all dead? We'll see. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.